Baron Kain bids you welcome to Let's Play Blood Omen Legacy of Kain. Hello guys, I'm Seb and you're watching me play this game, and it's gonna be fun because we are going to enter the end game. I have advanced time a bit and I did some slaughtering to rank up again, and Baron Kain sounds way more cooler than Count Kain in my opinion, so that's good. But yeah, there's some more full moon door shenanigans coming up, so that's why I had to advance time yet again. But we've got the doll in hand, so now we can go to King Ottmar and give him rest of mind by returning his daughter's soul. So we're at his court and we are entering endgame right now.
I entered the court with the dollmaker's head in one hand and the doll containing the girl's soul in the other. I placed them both before the king and watched his eyes catch fire. With the doll in their possession, the court's sorcerers could restore his daughter's soul.
I do not know that I can thank you enough, warrior. My kingdom is but a small price to pay for my daughter's life. Willendorf is yours if you wish it.
'Tis not your kingdom I desire, but your army, Ottmar. I require troops to vanquish the horde that descends upon us from the north.
Very well. Courtiers, fetch me my armor and mace. There is war to be waged!
The scourge of Nosgoth is upon us, friends. We shall die today as heroes, lest we live tomorrow as slaves. Ready thine arms for Nosgoth!
In the distance I saw the Nemesis armies march forward, a black tide that would soon wash over the armies of the Hope.
Alright, so we are on the battlefield of the last stand, where the battle commences between the army of the last hope, led by King Ottmar, and the legions of the Nemesis. This is where the fate of Nosgoth is decided, and this is just a wink from the developers where they go, you know, you've been collecting all these cool trinkets throughout the game, here, have a giant playfield and have fun, enjoy, because now you can just go nuts with all your items and spells. And Kain doesn't discriminate between foe or friend. Even though the white dudes, they will not attack you, the Nemesis guys will, Kain will still just attack everything on the screen, you know, so that's cool. This is the end game. Once you enter King Ottmar's chamber with the doll in hand, there is no turning back. You cannot go back afterwards. This is it, guys. We are at the final stretch of the game. We are deciding the fate of Nosgoth here. It's either do or die. And yeah, as you can see, it's been going on for quite a while, and let's actually have some more fun here. And if you were to want to collect some more ranks, this is the place to do it, because there is infinite NPCs you can slaughter that just keep on respawning, so you know, go nuts with your items. Actually didn't want to do that, I wanted to do this. Let's implode some people. There you go, you killed my buddy, you can't have that. Oh, actually a 2 for 1. Sorry buddy, you weren't my buddy. How did you survive? So yeah, this is pretty cool. You can really play around here and have a lot of fun. It's ridiculous. There is no limit of the amount of NPCs that will spawn. If you don't have so many items and you're running out of magic, then you can just keep running to the north and you will end it all pretty quickly eventually. So, you know, it's not that it's very hard, even though there's a lot of enemies. You can just go in the wolf form and sprint through everything. But yeah, so this is the final battle that we've been working up against. And here is where we will go up against the Nemesis, who was once William the Just. So let's see why he became this brutal leader who was no longer content with his own country and felt like he needed more, he needed all of Nosgoth, and why he actually went and decided that rape, plunder, pillage and massacring people is a good thing.
They came at me in throngs. No fervor as strong as that inspired by a madman. The Nemesis armies were fierce and showed no signs of subsiding.
Okay, so here we have King Ottmar. He's pretty badass compared to his other soldiers, because the other soldiers, they are rather weak compared to the Nemesis soldiers. They die pretty quickly. Also worth noting, because he is the king, of course if he would die it would mean kind of a morale downer. So you can actually not hurt him. He's invincible, which is a good thing, otherwise Kain would kill his ass. And yeah, if you want awesome items, which really racks up a lot of kills really quickly, use the worm thing, the Font of Putrance or something like that. It kills people in one hit, and the puddle that's left there, whenever someone walks over it, it will just kill them instantly. It's awesome, it's such a cool item. The game is prone for a slowdown through that item though, so that's a bit unfortunate. But yeah, let's head on north with our king body and put a stop to this Nemesis dude and cleanse the land of this wrong. Come on, Kingy. We've got people to murder here. King Ottmar can hold his own pretty well, so, you know, you don't need to defend him or anything. He's pretty awesome. So, what happened to King William the Just? Why did he become so evil and so corrupted? It's an odd thing, isn't it? We might learn a thing.
The tide turned with Ottmar's death. I watched as the remaining survivors of the armies of Hope fled to the safety of the forest. The battle had decided its victor. The fate of Nosgoth now lay in the Nemesis' hands.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, that was unexpected. So, he wasn't so invincible after all. He died. Which means that the Nemesis has actually won and we have failed in our task here. King Ottmar cannot survive the battle. He will always die at some point. And it sucks. And even though Kain is such a badass and he's making mincemeat out of everything here, the more north you go, the more plentiful the Nemesis army becomes, and eventually it will become to such a point where there is just no surviving for Kain, and it just becomes too much. I mean, look at the bodies here, it just goes nuts. There's just too many people, and sooner or later you will get overwhelmed when you head on north. And yeah, a bit of a sad ending to this sad tale. But let's see how far we can go and see if we can actually at least stab William. At least once, you know.
At once the battlefield was gone. Where the ground was caked with blood and dirt, there was lush greenery. Where chaos reigned only moments before, this damning calm prevailed. Alas, it seemed I was stranded here. The time-streaming device lay in pieces at my feet.
Well, there's a bit of a twist. So before Kain could actually get overwhelmed, the time streamer device activated and sent him somewhere else. Interesting. Let's find out more. Let's refill our life here.
Would you stand idle as vermin destroy your crops? No! As your house burns? No! Will you allow this evil to continue? No! Will the wickedness end? It does! Do you believe? Yes! Yes! Then take me to your king, so that I can prepare you for the onslaught.
And that little flashback was our first glimpse at Mobius, the time streamer, one of the Circle of Nine. And he sounded a lot like a medieval marketer at work there. I can't help but see, see an obnoxious marketing ploy there. It's almost like Amazing Mike. Anyway, let's head up here and explore more of our new surroundings and see where we have gotten, which is actually Stalberg, which we have discovered previously, but this place is still intact. It hasn't burned down, and in this first hut you can actually save your game were you to need it, which we don't, of course. So either it's built up again or it hasn't been burned down yet, but yeah, there's still people here. It's a nice place now, and that's cool. On daytime they will also comment on William the Just being such an awesome king. And here's the statue, which is not finished yet, which can only mean one thing.
Ah, so it seemed I was in the land of William the Just, 50 years before the battle I had just escaped would take place.
Yeah, so we've gone back 50 years into the past. Which means William the Just is still technically William the Just, even though he is starting to amass an army. So his corruption has started, but it's not in full swing yet. You can explore the village if you want to. There's nothing too good to be had there though. You know, just a couple of items, nothing too special. But yeah, so we are in a time where William the Just is still a king that everyone really likes. But he's starting to get a bigger army here. So, but that also means he is accessible. We can reach him. So that opens up a nice opportunity, doesn't it? Because we could get rid of him here, and then 50 years in the future, which was the present we escaped from, he wouldn't be a problem, now would he? So that'd be interesting. Anyway, now that's full moon. The cave here has opened up again. So inside, we find the same cave. But for some stupid reason, it does count as a separate secret. So that was secret 98. Yeah, as I said, full moon door shenanigans. I do not really think that is a very nice thing to do from the developers, but whatever. The cave that used to lead into the keep in the present, it's not built yet. So we cannot go through there, but you know, seeing that in the past everything was better and everyone trusted each other, they just leave the door open now.
The stronghold of William the Just. It was time for me to pay a visit to he who would become the Nemesis and force Nosgoth on its knees.
Yeah, let's murder his ass and prevent all of that. So I never end up ended up showing that cave because I forgot that it would just be closed off here. Perhaps there was actually like a blood vial or maybe a rune triangle in that cave. I can't remember now because I never take that path. And, you know, sorry, but maybe there was something there, but nothing important at least. Maybe a blood vial or rune triangle, but again, you've got plenty anyway. You can go north, it's an easier path. But just to make up a bit for my past mistake, I will go this way, because over here there is actually a blood vial I know of. And this is actually the final dungeon of the game. Even though we have entered endgame, and I kind of made it out that this would be the last video of the series, it is not. There is still some more to go through. But yeah, this is the final game. Final dungeon, at least. And let's go through the sewer waters here. And pull a switch, which should open up the next door. I don't think you can prevent these hits, so just take them. Well, it was only one hit, so it wasn't too bad. Yeah, you guys need to just hang in there because you're in the water and Kain doesn't like the water. Also worth noting about that moon door. Technically speaking, when it's full moon and you take secret in the present, you can rush through or towards Willendorf, and here's the blood vial I spoke of. Go through the Battle of the Last Stand and rush towards this cave again, and you can do it during the same full moon, so it's not that terrible, I suppose. Not yet, at least. But you know, there were other secrets we still had to collect, so I couldn't push it like that. But oh well, it worked in the end. I just had to wait 2 hours, which is okay, you can do other stuff, you know. And I did want to rank up a bit, so that was okay. Yeah, you want to do that, buddy? Kain is so ridiculously powerful at this point, it's awesome. I mean, this is the final dungeon. And where's the switch? It's over here. And these dudes, they do hurt a lot, but because you're so awesome, you should not have any trouble in this dungeon whatsoever. And another rune triangle. Sweet. Even though we don't use it anymore. And the developers are even nice enough to replenish your magic now and then. So there's really no excuse to suck it up here. I said nothing. Why does that keep happening? Why is it always when I say something then the exact opposite must happen right away? Oh my goodness, I will find a way to suck it up anyway. Playing a bit of Kain pinball. Yeah, you get lost, buddy. Anyway, we need to pull all 3 switches over here to open up the door we were at previously. Ouch. Okay, let's do it that way then, so everything can't hurt me anymore. And now the sun is glaring into my screen, so that doesn't help. Was there anything over here? Kind of forgot. I'll take. You know, I'm full. Not gonna waste time. Oh yeah, I remember. Let's repel because there's a lot of people here. And this is kind of a kill room. We need to kill all the dudes here for the door to open again. Why were you stuck on me, man? You don't do that. Yeah, let's use mist form actually. I keep forgetting that repel does not work against water. Oh well. And another rune triangle over here. Cool. It's very hard to not get maxed out on health and magic in this game. I'm actually not sure if I've collected all of them. As I said, maybe at the end of the cave there was 1 or 2 of those things. I don't know. I'm thinking now that there probably were. Ghosts are very slow, and also they don't hurt as much anymore. If you would be so kind to demonstrate. Yeah, they don't hurt nearly as much. So they pose less of a threat, which is nice. I don't like threats very much. But these dudes, however, without repel, they can be quite dangerous because they take a lot of hits and they are pretty fast.
Yes, these weapons you have provided will see to that. Pray tell, Mobius, what game do you play?
None, my lord. I only wish to aid you in vanquishing your foes. The weapons are but a token of my goodwill.
And the news you bring, a vampire sent to slay me? Where did you come upon such knowledge?
'Tis of no consequence, sire. It was only out of concern for your majesty's life.
Perhaps. Very well, then. You may leave me now, but should I wish to speak to you...
I will know, your majesty, and I shall be there in time.
Quick, Kain, jump down and stab him. Ah, wait, Kain is not an assassin. Oh well, let's move on then. So, it becomes pretty apparent that it's actually Mobius in his corruption that he made William the Just in turn corrupt and set him on his path of destruction and massacre. As you can hear, the William here isn't fully trusting here of Mobius just yet, it sounds like. But we've seen where it eventually leads to, and Mobius got him all the weapons, and you could actually see one of his weapons he was holding, and I'm not sure if you actually recognize it, but we will find out what weapon that was soon enough. Anyway, pull only that left switch from the door, and then move over here where this door has opened. Which brings us to the place where the two were speaking. And another blood vial. And over here is secret number 99, I believe. Yes. And was there actually another door here that... No, I don't think so. No. So that's another secret down. Only one more to go for our full set. Which we will not find in this video, unfortunately. Anyway, now to actually continue, we want to pull all the switches. All the switches, because there are 4 in total in this little segment. I could use some magic, thank you. Because I'm almost, well, not almost out, but you know, it's getting empty. And I'm not actually sure if we can expect a refill soon. So it would be wise to stock up as much as possible from the ghosties. Yeah, like so. Thank you. Soon enough we will face off against William the Just. Put an end of his future tyranny, which raises a couple of moral questions, but hey, whatever. To open the door you actually want to pull the second switch again. Let's not have something like moral questions with Kain, because you know Kain is not the one to have moral questions. He's not the one to have morals in general, honestly. Which makes him also lovable. Kind of, in a sick, twisted way. Anyway, we are at the save point just before William. I am going to save the game here. And you will join me next time as we take on the future tyrant himself. Actually, before I say my goodbyes, I do believe we had a nice bunch of kills in the battlefield. Which means we got another rank. Now we are Overlord. A fitting rank, don't you say? awesome. Anyway guys, join me next time as we continue on, face off against William the Just, and probably maybe end the game for real next time. I hope you enjoyed this part, and I hope to see you again next time. Until then, take care, bye bye for now.